try to make a little video here and maybe some help in how to change your strings. All right, so I already have all 6 strung through already. All right, strung through the base of the guitar. Normally I just hold the guitar like this. All right, so the headstock is up. All right, one thing you want to do when you're putting the strings on, no matter how the headstock is, whether it's split or all on one side, either side, doesn't matter. The same sort of idea in your head is when you're winding the string on the peg, it goes from the inside of the headstock to the outside across the top. All right. So whether it's lined up on this side or lined up on this side, it's the same idea. All right. Inside to outside across the top of the peg, and that will get you in the right direction every time, no matter how the headstock is laid out. All right. You want to leave a little bit of slack in here when you're winding the string on, right? Enough for maybe 3 winds around the post. All right. The wound strings are easy because they grip the sides of the post, so you just really can pull that tight, bend that up. All right. And get your string winder. Right. That one's pretty easy. Putting the windings on, you want to start maybe from the top of the post, right where the string comes through the hole, and work your way down the post. Okay, it's another reason why you don't want to get more than 3 windings around the post, because you don't want to just start winding around itself. You're gonna have tuning problems. Right, when the string starts to wrap around itself, it crushes the windings, so you're constantly changing. All right, close-up view of all of that. You can see. All right, see the windings on there, right? They're going from the top of the post underneath the hole and working its way down. They're all nice and uniform. It's coming off the post, right? Straight, going right to the nut, okay? The reason you want it to go from the top of the post and work its way down this post is because the greater angle you can get from the nut to the post, the easier it is to reach the note or the tension, okay? I'm gonna get it. Before I actually start winding it with the string winder, I'm going to get it a little better than 90 degrees compared to the nut. All right, right there, I'm having a little more slack on this. This one's a little bit of a thinner string, so I can leave a little more. All right, there's that. Get started. All right, notice I'm guiding the string on with my index finger while keeping the tension right with my other fingers. That's my hand. All right, guiding on like nice and uniform, straight. Really easy to do. You can be pretty quick with it once you're used to doing this. And there's that underneath the string tree. Right, what I'm doing now is stretching the string, just kind of pulling on it like that. Yeah. Okay, don't go too crazy, but you don't have to be too timid either. On the higher strings, you want to watch what you're doing so you don't break the string. All right, now, this is my 3rd string. This is the first string that I'm going to do that is not wound. All right, so what I want to do with this, I'm going to get the hole that it's going straight there. All right. Okay. So just put it through the string. Just put it through the hole in the post. All right, taking it up, and I want to leave some slack. Make sure it's tight at the bridge. Okay, some slack here at the tuning peg. So what I'm going to do with this, the string is going to wind on from the inside to the outside, the headstock, and it's going to wind on across the top. What I'm going to do with this loose end, I'm going to bring it the opposite way it's going to wind on. All right, I'm going to put it underneath the string and then pull it up so it locks, right? So there's no slipping. Okay, it's just locked against the post. It's a real simple idea. I'm not tying it in a knot. I'm not looping it through that hole several times. That just makes it really difficult when you change the strings to get that old string off. You don't need to go crazy with it. All right, Again, you want to keep the windings nice and neat. With the unwound strings, there you can get a lot of wraps around the post, but any more than 3 or 4, that's sort of overkill. You don't need any more than that. All right, and especially with the Strat, because you have the string trees that are going to pull the string down anyway, like that. All right, and stretching it. Don't go too crazy on the thinner strings because you will break them. All right, let's do this again for string number 2. All right, I'm going to do it the same way I just did string number 3. Put it through the post. We can get it through there. Oh, come on. There it is. All right. Not pulling it tight, I'm leaving some slack, okay? All right. And it's already at a good angle that when I pull this, and it's connected to the bridge, when I pull this tight, angling my hand, it's going to lock. So I'm taking the loose end, bringing it the opposite way, the string is winding on there, taking it underneath where the string goes through the hole in the peg, bringing it up, and then pulling this tight, and it locks in place just like that. All right, guiding it on with my finger. There's string number 2. All right, a lot of little stupid things that you may teach yourself. Number 1, you want to make sure when you actually put the string through the bridge that it went through the saddle and not out the side. Okay, I'll make sure you're doing that right. All right, and this is my high E string, very last one. All right, putting it through the post. There we go. All right. And this one, there's not a whole lot of room to work with up here with the loose end. So there's the post. All right. What I'm doing, the string is going to wrap on this way across the top. All right. So what I'm going to do is take the loose end the opposite way that it's going to go under. Put it underneath the string that goes through, the part of the string that goes through the hole and connected to the bridge. Pull this loose end up straight and then pull this one tight so it locks against the post. All right. So hopefully through my explanation and through some online diagrams that you can find, that makes sense to you. It seems to be a big confusion with everybody. It isn't that difficult once you do a couple of them. It's pretty easy. And then you understand the idea of it. All right. And now just winding it up. There are some people that will just stick it through the hole and start winding it. That works too, I guess. I've always done it this way. It was something when I was like 10 or 11 years old, saw it on a diagram for, I don't know, a set of like Gibson or Fender strings. All right. And that's on. Put it in the string tree and tighten it up. Okay. Stretch it out a little bit, not crazy. There we go. All right. And then just take this and cut them off. Okay. All right. And be careful of any of these loose ends if you have pets or little kids running around. You want to make sure you're picking these up and not letting them lay around because they hurt. If you're walking around barefoot, you get this stuck. All right. Well, that's all done. Okay. Good luck.